What's going on, YouTube? I'm back, and today I'm bringing you guys a Warzone gameplay. And I know that most of you know me from Overwatch, as in 99% of you probably know me from Overwatch. But the reason I wanted to upload this video to YouTube is because I got 38 kills in a Warzone match, which if you don't know in Warzone, if you don't play it, 38 kills is a ton of kills. It's not like world record or anything, but I wanted to upload it just to show you guys what I've been doing so much. I cannot put Warzone down. I am so addicted to this game. This game, Warzone, it might be the most addicted to a game that I've ever been in my whole life. I'm not even joking you. I think I'm more addicted to this game than I was Halo. I don't like it more than Halo, and I probably like Prime Overwatch better than it, but I don't know what it is about this game. I don't know if it's like this sick thing that they do with like abusing your brain chemicals through like the sound of the hit markers, and then you'll have like one lobby of players where it's like everybody's free and the game feels really satisfying, and then the next game is like everybody knows where you are. There's like cheaters, people that try really hard, visual clarity sucks, and then you just hate the game. You hate it so much, but then the next game you have so much fun. You pick up someone's gun off the ground. You've never used it before. They've built it in a unique way, so you want to try it out next game. So now you're looking forward to the next game, and you're like doing this thing where you're like experimenting with different guns, different loadouts. The thirsting mechanic in this game where you down someone and then you shoot their body, like it gives you a ton of hit markers and then blood flies up. It makes like this rewarding audio cue. I don't know if it's all of those things that make Warzone so addicting for me, but now that I think about it, I am ridiculously addicted to this game. It's so much so that it's actually hurt my personal life, like my personal hygiene. You know, I used to like, okay, so before Warzone came out, I used to try to shave my head a lot more, but now I play so much Warzone in my off time. I don't really care about shaving my head anymore because I'd rather just play Warzone than shave my head because it takes too long. Like I eat and I play Warzone and I go to work and I stream, and that is basically my life. Because as soon as Warzone came out, like as soon as I started playing Warzone, at least, that's when, you know, the first COVID, the first stages of the COVID pandemic started. So it kind of like, I think that as well, it sort of like put me into this groove of like constant Warzone playing and like neglecting things like shaving my head. It's a really good feeling to be addicted to a game like this. And it's also a really good feeling at my age. I'm 26. And it's feels really good to still be improving at video games. I mean, a lot of people like in 2016, they kind of made it seem like if you were like over the age of 20 that you just sucked at video games. Like I remember when Overwatch League was first becoming a thing, people make it sound like, and I know that obviously I don't have a choice in the matter, you know, because you know, Father Time is undefeated, but I'm still improving at Warzone every single time that I play it. I'm still picking up on things that I see pro players doing and adding it to my own game. I still lay in bed at night thinking about certain plays, thinking about certain moves, certain elements of the game that I need to improve, certain elements of the game that can give me a sneaky advantage. Like just the other day, I was laying in bed and I was thinking about, in a team fight in Warzone, you have 3 armor plates, and I've noticed that a lot of the times I will lose a fight or not push to take advantage of a window of opportunity because I put in 3 plates instead of just going with 2 plates. And I think in the middle of a team fight, I don't think you necessarily need the 3rd plate. I think you can pretty much clutch with 2 plates, sometimes even 1. And I feel like if my mind is still, because I was laying in bed thinking about that, I'm serious. If my mind is still thinking about that stuff, then my passion for video games is still there. And I just don't see a way that I can't improve. As long as my imagination is firing when I'm not playing the game, I will always improve. And this game right here is an example of that. I mean, in this game here, I dropped 38 kills in Warzone, which, I mean, it's not like a world record or anything, but just to drop 38 kills in a game that, like, you know, people say that, you know, a younger person than me would pick it up faster, but I'm dunking on all of these little kids that play this game. There's probably kids that are, you know, 17, 18 that started playing Warzone right on its release, and I'm dunking on them. And obviously I have a big advantage because I've been playing FPS games for, seriously, I'm not exaggerating, like 20 years now, over 20 years, which is kind of crazy to think about. I was thinking about that the other day too. It's been over 20 years of me playing first person shooters. 21 years, actually, I believe, because it's, you know, in the wintertime, it probably will be 21 years of me playing FPS games. There are certain things that I've noticed because I have so much experience. And I don't mean this in a conceited way. I will hear people describe something in a game, in an FPS game, whatever it may be, Halo, Overwatch, whatever, Warzone, Call of Duty, multiplayer, anything. And they will describe a certain dynamic of a certain play. And I think about it, but I don't think about it in like a logical, like 1+1 way, because it's so natural to me. So that's definitely one of the reasons why I'm better than all these little kids at this game. That experience definitely helps. Maybe they'll be better than me. I mean, some of them definitely will be. You know, I'm not the best player in the world, but it does feel good to still have this passion to play, because if you guys are younger than me, which most of you I think are, like, because I'm 26 now, but when you're my age, it might suck. You might not believe me when I say this. All of your friends are going to stop playing video games. And I'm not just talking about your real life friends, online friends too. They will drop like flies. One day, suddenly you are going to look around and nobody will be playing video games anymore. It's crazy. It happens. I don't know exactly when it happens, what age it happens, but you'll be playing a game and then all of a sudden you just kind of you'll get sucked into it. Maybe a year or two passes by, 3 years maybe, if you really fall in love with the title and you're grinding it and you're thinking about it and you go within a community for that game, and then you'll look around and you'll realize after your love for that game dies, there's no one else around. Like the people that were there before you fell in love with that game for 3 years, and then all of a sudden you're 23, 24, and you will notice no one is playing games anymore. They might play, and when I say that they don't play games, I mean they play, like, they'll get on for 40 minutes, you know, they'll get on for an hour and a half and then they get off, right? You know, they don't game anymore. So be aware of that. If you are like, you know, if you're like 21, 22, if you find someone that likes to grind video games like hard, I mean really, like they like to grind video games like 6-hour sessions, 8-hour sessions, 12-hour sessions, stay in touch with that person online, because those people are very rare. Take it from me. I had no issue ever finding people to play with, and then now I have an issue finding people to play with. I can't find anyone to play with, because obviously I want to play with people who are as good as me, right? I mean, I could just ask random people, but that's not my personality either. I'm not really a social guy. But yeah, like I was saying about Warzone, I can grind this game still for 8, 9. I've grinded this game for 24 hours once. One time I got like 700 kills in one session. In one session of Warzone, I sat down on my computer and I got over 700 kills in one session. And it feels good to be able to say that, because at my age of 26, my passion for the game, it's still there, and it's honestly, it's burning as hot as it ever has. You know, because I still feel like I'm improving every single time I play. And as long as I have that, as long as I have the feeling that I'm improving, as long as I'm still picking up on subtle little nuances from players better than me, I can play video games forever. I can play it for the rest of my life. And Warzone, for whatever reason, has caught that flame for me. And this is a game that I wanted to share. 38 kills in Warzone, and there's skill-based matchmaking in Warzone too, if you don't know. Obviously this lobby was not skill-based. It tried to, but you know, the matchmaker isn't perfect, and I ended up playing against some bots. You know, one thing leads to another. 38 kills is my personal record, and I just wanted to upload this on YouTube to share with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.